Hi everyone, it's your girl Kay Muepe and I'm back with another video. Today I want us to talk about how words are powerful and how to affect your atmosphere with your words. So let's get right into it. So whether we say good or bad, it always comes to pass. And I am an advocate of how words can actually affect your world and your atmosphere, or how you can actually shift anything you want in your world for your better good or for your benefit. So, a quick story. Back in high school, I wanted to become one of the leaders of the school, which was one of my goals and one of my passions, which I wanted to fulfill. So, I remember hearing this testimony from a fellow youth member who was saying how he went and every day in the morning he would look in the mirror and declare that he is a leader, that he is part of the leadership of the school, and so forth. So I said to myself, okay, if he could change that with his words, that's when the shifting of how powerful words can be began. Was when I heard that testimony from that guy, that I was like, okay, so if he could change that with just saying and declaring every day until it came to pass, then it is surely possible that I could do the same thing and become one of the leaders of the school. So guess what your girl did? Because I like testing things out and testing theories out, I went and did a similar thing, which I went in the morning. Every morning I'd look myself in the mirror and make declarations to say, you are the leader of the school, you are the secretary of a certain committee, and I'll declare that and declare that. So when I went and actually applied, when I went and applied for the position, okay, asked for the nomination, I wasn't known in the school. In fact, I was one of those people that were not the popular kids as such. So, but I kept declaring and I believed and I had faith. I had so much faith that I'll be that leader. And when the time came and people voted, because the students used to vote for the leaders they wanted, you just go and send out your posters. So you get nominated. After nomination, you do your campaigns, then the students vote, then the final say is usually by the leaders of the school, which is the teachers, right? So we went through all those processes, and when my name came out in the list of leaders for the following year, I was so excited, and that actually lifted my faith. It elevated my faith to say, words do actually change environments, words do actually change situations. And from then forth, I've been a strong advocate of saying things into being and declaring things into being and affirming things into being. So if you know me, you know how much I am so passionate about that. So that is what I want us to talk about, how important words are. So check your words and check how what kind of words are you sending out into the spirit, into the atmosphere, because words are vector quantities. In other words, they are a force and an energy. So whatever you say is actually an energy that goes forth into whatever you were speaking that into, be it money, be it situations in your life, be it career, things you want to see. So whatever you were saying, whether it's good or bad, it surely does come to pass. You can say, okay, I'm saying this now and it won't come to pass tomorrow, but in 2 years time, or in a time being in few years time, that thing actually comes to pass, and you'll be shocked to see that whatever you were saying and every seed you were planting with your words actually grows and becomes a huge tree, a huge orange tree, girl, and you don't know what happened, but you forgot actually how you were saying those things, and now they're coming into manifestation. So I want to actually encourage you to start saying the right words, to start saying the right things. I grew up in a church, a speaking church, we call it a speaking church, where we made declarations like, when you didn't speak boldly, you were surprised, or who's this? Who's this? She's still new, or he's still new. So I grew up in such a church where we made bold declarations, and not just saying words to say words, but we're actually building up our faith as well in the process, while we are actually sending out messages, sending out energy to whatever we want to see coming to pass. So if you are not like me and you didn't grow up in a talking church where you talk things into being, I want to help you out. Firstly, start setting out times. So have a talking time. Set out times out. It could be in the morning or in the evening before you sleep. It is said that your brain actually is able to receive messages in the morning or when you are about to go to bed. So just science. So I'd suggest that you schedule time out. I know in our busy schedules we are always busy. You have multiple businesses, school, and so on and so on. But I would encourage you to actually set out time, maybe in the morning, a few minutes in the morning, where you are saying, this time is my time of declaration or my time of affirmations. Secondly, if you are not like me and you didn't grow up in a talking church, I'd suggest that you go into your Bible, write a few affirmations, write a few bold words that Christians in the Bible were saying, Christians, what God is saying about you, or simply you can just go into YouTube, look for positive affirmations or great affirmations. I have a video as well, I'll link it somewhere in the description box, where I make positive affirmations. In Mark 11:23, Jesus actually says, you will have what you say. So that means saying and talking is actually important in the kingdom of heaven. You are welcome to use those affirmations to start with, and as you go on, you will learn, and God will actually reveal and give you words to say and affirm yourself. So number 3, you start talking. I know it might sound weird that you're looking in the mirror or you're saying in the morning and you're talking to yourself, but actually you are not talking to yourself. You were making declarations. You were declaring who you are. You were declaring what actually belongs to you. So I encourage you to start sharpening your world and your future with positive words, with actual words that God is saying to your life, what God has already predestined for you to have, and start situating those clouds. When you speak words, it may look like it's not happening, nothing is happening, but you are actually situating clouds, and when those clouds be filled, they will empty themselves upon you. People are actually firm believers of how you speak things. In other words, they'll say speak things into the universe, but we know that we are not speaking things just into the universe, but we are actually saying them to God, saying them to situations, saying them to every other area of our lives. And they have energy, so they actually listen, they actually hear, and they respond to how we react to them or how we speak to them. So I encourage you to continually speak things into being, continually make positive affirmations. One of my favorite quotes on speaking and saying things into being is actually from Kenneth E. Hagin, where he says, you always get and have what you believe and say. So that is one of the quotes that I always remember and remind myself of, to say whatever I say actually does come into being, does affect and change my future and situation. So I encourage you to continue to speak, and hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss my next upload, which hopefully will be an affirmation. So wait for that and look out for that. See you in the next one. Bye.